Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I thought I could take this opportunity today to go over everything you need to know about eBay shipping in 2021, all of the updated prices, the ways that I'm able to cut corners with shipping sometimes, the most common ways that I ship, if I charge for shipping. We are going to be going over all of that today comprehensively. So take some notes. If you're new to eBay, this is going to be the guide for you on how to ship any and all items that you have. Okay, so first up, the most common way that I ship my items, and by the way, I sell mostly clothes and shoes on eBay. The most common way that I ship is just first class, and this can be in any package. I usually use an unpadded envelope like this that has the eBay branding on it. If you have a store, eBay will give you a $50 a month, or at least if you have a premium store, which I have, eBay will give you a $50 coupon every quarter that goes towards eBay branded shipping supplies. So that goes a long way towards getting as many sizes as you need. I have the 9x12 and I have the larger ones as well. I believe this larger one is 18 by 14 inches. These are great for a reason I'll give you in a second. The only caveat is it has to be at 1 pound or under in order for it to qualify for first class shipping. So 16 ounces or less, and it can go in any bag or box and you're good to go. That 16 ounces does include the container though. So get yourself a shipping scale like this and make sure that once all is said and done, it's all packaged up, it is less than a pound. A first class package will cost you anywhere between $3.50, $3.80 up into close to $6. Of course, that depends on also where you're shipping throughout the country. So the reason it would cost just a little bit more is if you're shipping all the way across the country versus if you're shipping really close to you. For anything more than a pound, most often I use this. This is a padded flat rate envelope. You can get these for free at USPS.com. They will ship them to you in quantities of 100 at a time. So every few weeks or so, I do put in an order because it takes time for them to get it to you. Definitely don't want to be caught without some of these. This padded flat rate will cost you $7.76. You can use this to ship shoes, and I do that all the time. So don't be scared to ship your shoes in here. I've literally never had a complaint. I should also add that I use these cellophane bags in different sizes for all of my items. I feel like it gives it just this little extra layer of protection. It's kind of crisp and clean sounding. I also buy these eBay branded stickers to put right on here, and I think it looks cute and pretty. I like the extra protection it gives against moisture, rain, snow, that kind of thing. And what's nice too is with these 9x12 cellophane bags, once I put jeans or a shirt or a top in there nice and snug, it slides really easily into the padded flat rate envelope. This is a Tyvek envelope. This is Priority Mail. You can't send first class packages in Priority Mail branded envelopes. It has to be Priority Mail, but you can ship anything in here. It is not flat rate, so it's going to cost you some money. It just depends on where you are sending it throughout the country. So this is probably the third option that I use most often. What's nice is if it's heavy and it's a little bit large, I go to a website called pirateship.com and I use their cubic shipping rate. They import right from eBay. I'm able to grab the package I'm trying to ship, write in Pirate Ship, put in the dimensions and the weight, and it tends to give me the lowest shipping rate that I can find. One of the best things about this huge bag from eBay, the 18 by 14, is that you can often, this is what I've been doing, you can slip an entire shoebox in here. And the shoebox in a bag still ships the cubic rate. Generally, I've found that if it fits in here, then I'm able to get less than $10 for my shipping rate. If you want to save some money though, and you don't want to use a padded flat rate, and you have a smaller item that can fit into one of just these regular flat rate envelopes, these are Priority Mail flat rate envelopes, and they will cost you $7.18 to ship. If you have something like a slim pair of jeans that's heavy, or something that can fit in here relatively cleanly, then you're okay. I have found that I often need to reinforce the corners with tape if I use one of these, and I don't feel like they are the most secure option for my items. That's why I tend to lean towards the padded flat rate, but you can totally use these in a pinch. And if you want one that's a little bit bigger, you can use the Priority Mail flat rate legal size envelope like this, and it's a little bit longer and it gives you more space, and it still comes in cheaper than the padded flat rate at $7.47. But like I said, sometimes I've noticed that any kind of moisture can cause tearing in this because it is just cardboard, and I have to reinforce the corners with tape usually, but if it fits, it will ship. So you can ship bulky things in here and you won't get in trouble by the post office. It's just fine. As long as you can tape it closed and tape it shut, even if it's bulky, you're good to go. So I don't ever use priority mail flat rate boxes. I just never have. I think it could be handy if you're doing bulk orders or if you're shipping on Poshmark. I know that you can use those kinds of boxes. I don't personally. I put pretty much everything in a bag if I can. And even on the occasions when I've had to use a box, I've just been able to use, you know, a regular cardboard box like that. But if you're wanting to use a flat rate box, I can give you those prices and those options. A small flat rate box is about 9 inches by 6 inches by 2 inches. Just about. So that's pretty small. I imagine it could be handy if you're shipping out something heavy like jewelry. It will cost you $7.67. Like I said, I just have not used it. I generally use an envelope over that. A flat rate medium-sized box is 12 inches by 3.5 inches by 14 inches. That one is the skinny version. They also have a 12 by 9 inch about by 6 inch option for the priority mail medium flat rate boxes. So there's 2 different options there depending on what you're shipping. If I do have to ship a box, even like I said, I'll put it in a poly mailer and that saves me money. But if you want to go that route or you need to go that route with eBay's discount, and I should add that these are eBay's top rated discounted prices. You do get a small discount if you are top rated. You get a discount by using shipping through eBay. The flat rate medium box is up to 70 pounds and is a flat rate of $13.34 on eBay. A large flat rate box is 12 by 12 by 5.5 inches, and that will cost you $18.73. There's also regional rate box A and regional rate box B. Regional rate boxes can be up to 15 pounds and they're about 10 by 7 by 5 inches or 11 by 3 by 12 inches. It just depends on the size you get. You can get these again at USPS.com for free, up to 15 or 20 pounds. And you're going to be paying anywhere from $11 to $20 for regional rate shipping, just depending on where you're shipping something. So it might be able to save you some money if you're often shipping things in boxes. You know, I imagine if I had like a VCR or something that fits snugly in one of these boxes, would try to figure out which box would work great for me. So these are just some options you can have, but they are specific to that shipping. Like you can't use a flat rate medium or flat rate large or small box just for priority mail. You will be paying that full price for the flat rate. If you are shipping something that's really big and heavy, which I have before, the best price that I have gotten for that is by using FedEx home delivery. It can be up to 165 inches in length and girth, so it can be really big. If it's a big and heavy box, like a Home Depot size small box or a Home Depot medium box, I found that it generally comes in around $20, $25. So that's really good, especially if you're shipping something big and heavy and across the country. But like I said, really the best hack I can give you is that anytime you have anything that could potentially fit in a really big envelope that you think will be secure enough, just go to Pirate Ship and save yourself some money. Items that I'm fairly confident will ship under a pound, I charge about $5 for shipping. For jeans and some sweaters, I charge $6. I should probably increase that honestly, but my thinking was sometimes it can be under a pound and sometimes it's over a pound, and the $6 helps give me a little bit of wiggle room, but I've noticed that it's consistently coming in a little bit more than that. So I think I'm gonna up my prices for shipping on sweaters and jeans sometimes, but still it's been working out okay. Jeans, especially if they're men's jeans or heavier jeans, generally fit great into a padded flat rate envelope, and sweaters do as well. And then for coats and anything larger, I charge $10. Shoes are $10 shipping as well. Just because, like I said, when I'm using Pirate Ship or Priority Mail, it generally comes into just under $10, which covers my costs perfectly. So rarely do I ever have items that come in over $10 for shipping. The only exception is when I'm selling car parts and I'm shipping off car parts. Occasionally those can come in a little bit more, but they actually still stay under $10 or less because they're lightweight. I charge a flat shipping fee for each of my categories. That's just what I do, but you can always charge calculated shipping. You're just going to have to weigh your item as you list it. I don't like to do that, so that's why I don't do calculated shipping. Plus, I found that calculated shipping comes in a lot more than what I can get on Pirate Ship if I'm having to ship something priority. So I think that turns off the buyer when they see a really pricey calculated shipping rate. So that's why I tend to stick to slightly lower prices, because I know that I can usually get it to fit into something smaller or get a better deal myself. When I'm shipping internationally, it's really easy. I just use the global shipping program. That's through eBay. You send everything to Kentucky as if you're sending it off yourself to Kentucky. So if you would send something to Kentucky in a first class envelope or padded flat rate, whatever you would just pay that amount. And then on the buyer's side, they're paying more for extra fees and shipping. So that's been really handy and really simple. The one issue I've come across is often buyers will buy something, see the hidden shipping fees that they didn't see before, and then not want to pay. So I've recently included an option with my international buyers that they can pay $20 to $25 per item if they want me to ship it. Be really careful with international shipping. It can get pricey really fast. But eBay has eBay International Delivery, which is actually pretty steeply discounted. So for something that's under a pound, you're probably gonna pay, I've noticed that for something that's half a pound or less, I'm paying around $13 to ship international. If it's up to a pound, I'm generally paying $20 to $23. And then over a pound, you're gonna start seeing more in fees. So I'm not an expert at international shipping. I would say if you're just starting, just do the global shipping program. It's really straightforward and simple. Just know that you might have some international buyers cancel their orders with you or not pay because they're seeing those extra fees on their end. It is a little bit less expensive for the buyer if you charge them shipping and send it internationally, but that can be just a little more challenging. So just a few things to keep in mind. If you're beginning and you want to keep it easy, global shipping program is for you. That is pretty much it for me, you guys. I hope this helped give you an overview of shipping on eBay, especially with some updated prices. I know I have a video that's years old where I go over shipping, but prices have gone up a little bit since then, so I hope this helped you. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer. Thanks, you guys. As always, take care, and I will catch you next time.